So using Wynns on your Harley Davidson. Let's see if it cleans it out. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm using this Wynns Xtreme Petrol System Cleaner. It cleans your jets. It's supposed to clean the combustion chamber on the pistons as well. The whole fuel system is supposed to be cleaned with this. So if you've got a rough running engine, for example, put a bit of this in your fuel and it's supposed to do 2 tankfuls every 3,000 miles. Yeah, you know, it could work. It's worth a shot, right? Well, exactly how effective it is. Now, if you watch a previous video when I got an endoscope into the internals of the Harley Softail Sport Glide, which I'm riding, after 10,000 miles you saw there was quite a bit of tar build-up, and on the rear cylinder and also on the front cylinder. So what I decided to do was actually put some of this through and actually see if it cleared it up a little bit. So this is Xtreme Petrol System Cleaner. As I say, it's good for every 3,000 miles, and it's supposed to do 50 litres, one bottle 50 litres. So basically I got onto the bike and I went for a little ride, put this through, and that was at just over 10,000 miles. Check this out.
Right, I'm on my way up to the garage now just to fill up with petrol. I just want to see if this additive is going to do anything to that carbon build-up on the pistons as well, and see if it makes the bike run any better. But it's running really sweet and smooth right now anyway. Now this should make 50 litres of petrol, so I'm just going to use just under half for a tank, and it should be used every 3,000 miles. So basically I'm going to run 2 tankfuls of this and then just inspect it and see if it makes any difference. I've just added just a little under half there, just half, put that away. Let's see if there's any difference to the sound of it or the running of it. Shouldn't be. Oh, I tell you what, immediately the bike is running so much smoother. The RPMs are just coming up so much easier. No, it's not. That's a complete lie. No, I don't notice any difference at all.
Okay, so basically before that, as you saw with the endoscope, I checked the rear cylinder. There's quite a lot of tar build-up. And inspected the front cylinder with seemingly a little bit more tar build-up than the rear. Perhaps, maybe, that the rear cylinder on the Harleys are running a bit hotter. That aids with the combustion process. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I've got to say, when I put this in, I didn't notice anything with the bike at all. It didn't run smooth at all on the first tank. On the second tank, once I completely put this through, I noticed that it seemed to be running ever so slightly smoother. I didn't notice any pops or bangs or, you know, hefty carbon deposits being burnt off or dislodged or anything like that. It just seemed to be marginally smoother. Now, this could be completely wishful thinking. It could be confirmation bias. I thought it was, you know, smoother, therefore I thought it was actually happening when it may not. So I've no data to support that. It just appeared to be a little bit smoother. What I also noticed as well on the second tankful, that I think I would have got if I hadn't opened it up a little bit more, twisted the throttle a little bit more, I think I would have got about 10 miles more in the tank than I would have done normally. I usually get about 200 to the tank. I think I would have got up to about 210. That's what I was calculating anyway. In the end, I just got just under 200 miles before I topped it off. I think I could have gone for at least another 10-20 miles, I've got to say. So it seemed to be running marginally smoother with this through it, and it seemed to be operating a little bit more efficiently. Okay, right, let's get the endoscope in there again and see what's what. Okay, let's get into the rear cylinder after 10,500 miles. First impressions, it seems a little bit cleaner. Not as much tar build-up on the periphery of the piston. Certainly of the ethanol deposits, it seemingly is smoothed that over. Certainly in certain parts I would still say there. I would say it's a marginal benefit at this this stage with this Wynns system cleaner. I wouldn't say it's a massive improvement, but I would say it is an improvement. It certainly seems to have taken the edge off it a little bit, and certainly seems to have cleaned it up just a tiny amount, I would say. So, you know, from a rear cylinder point of view, yeah, you know, certainly in the center of the piston, definitely looking a lot better. The periphery, yeah, some spots are still there, but this is more of an injection cleaner rather than a combustion cleaner. So I'm going to get onto that in a minute. Okay, let's look at the front cylinder now. Okay, getting into the front cylinder now. Yeah, again, there is tarring there is carbonisation, but it seems to be less. There seems to be a few little areas where it seems to have flaked off a little bit as well. Around the periphery, this seems to be a little bit cleaner. Certainly in the centre, it seems to be a little bit cleaner as well. Again, there seems to be more carbon build-up or carbonisation, I should say, on the front cylinder than on the rear cylinder. Whether that's because the rear cylinder is running hot and it's aiding the combustion process, but compared to the first time before I did the treatment, yeah, the piston does look marginally cleaner. Okay, so that's it. This is a Wynns system cleaner. Did it improve the running of the bike? If it did, it was very, very marginal. I don't think there was anything in it at all. Possibly made it a little bit more efficient for that second tank full, but that's all I can say. The bike was running smooth anyway, so there wasn't a great deal of difference. Okay, has it actually cleaned up the pistons? Well, again, I think it's only marginal, so I think repetitive use of this is key. Every 3,000 miles, just to keep that carbonisation in check, but overall, I wouldn't say it's a dramatic change. Now, what I will say is that there are other products on there that specifically target the piston area as well. What I'm going to do in a subsequent video, I'm going to actually source out one of those particular products and put that through the bike. Now, this raises the question of whether you should use these kind of products instead of going for an external breather system, let's say on your Harley Davidson for your M8 engines, let's say, or twin cams or Sportsters or whatever. This debate rages on whether the external breather is a good thing or it's a bad thing, whether you indeed need it or whether you can get away with this. What I'm going to do just to get data for you is to try another one of these that is targeted at the piston. Let's see if that makes any difference. Then I think what I will do in the future, whilst I don't believe in it per se myself, the external breather, I think I'm going to fit one and run it for about 5,000 miles, and I'm going to see if there's any noticeable difference in that, and then we'll go from there. If there is, then at least you've got data there. At least you've got, even in just one instance, it's anecdotal data. At least there's video evidence there to support it, and you can actually track the mileage of the bike, the different inspections, and the different products that you used. Anyway, so in this one, I would say, yeah, it's made some marginal difference. I wouldn't say it's a dramatic, but I would say it's a decent product. After every 3,000 miles, every other service interval, or at every service interval, put this through your bike. It will help in the long run, I would say that. Right, anyway, I hope you found that useful, but say there are going to be more videos coming up with more products to clean the engine and more inspections inside the engine as well for you on the Harley Davidsons, on the Softails, but you can apply this logic to all petrol engines, whether motorcycles or cars. But anyway, this is Wynns Xtreme Petrol System Cleaner. There might be other names. They've got lots of products. Go check them out. There's a link in the description for this if you're interested, but say they're all over the place, so you can pick them up on Amazon or any car parts place. But there we go. Hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. Ta-da.